I work at Adult and Child Community Mental Health Center. I have been there for almost 4 years in January. Previous to that, I worked at a drugstore for 17 years, and I was not happy. It was hard work, turnaround days. You'd work from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then you'd come back the next day totally exhausted because you could not sleep. I did go to school while I was working at the drugstore, and I did get 2 degrees, one in early childhood, one in medical assisting. I did not use them because I was not happy with that. I wanted something more. I wanted to do something with my life that I could help other people. So one day when I went to my therapist, she said, "Here, Annie, this is something that I think you would really like." And it was the form for certified peer specialist from Aspen. And so I filled it out, and a day before it was due, I got it into the office, and eventually I was okay to go through the training. I went through the training. Meanwhile, while I was going through the training, I was also volunteering at Adult and Child's Pathways Clubhouse, and I was enjoying it so much. I was meeting new people and saw things from a different perspective, and I really wanted to fulfill my peer specialist, what I had learned. And eventually, after 10.5 months of volunteering, working, going to school, and just trying to live life, I did finally get hired. It was the best day of my life. I didn't have to stock shelves and be out at 12 o'clock at night and come home, and it was the most excellent day, just to be able to know that my road to recovery was finally going up. In Indiana, we go through a 40-hour training. It is in some other states. Some other states may not. You may not have to be a certified peer specialist, but in Indiana you do. And it's a 40-hour training, 5 days a week, and then you take a test. And if you pass the test, then you may or may not get a job, just like school. But I was fortunate enough to be able to be employed, and I love my job. I work with all kinds of people. I understand what they go through because I've been there myself. I can honestly look them in the eye and say, I know where you're going. As for a supported employment, I never knew anything about that. It was never in my mind. I had to get a job. I always went on interviews, but I never knew anything about supported employment. My diagnosis is bipolar, and it's actually taken me out from me feeling sorry for myself to putting my energy into helping somebody else. When I volunteered, it wasn't. It was not about mental health for me. It was about connecting with the clients and being able to support them. I was unpaid, and I mean it was just really good for me, and it takes your mind off, and maybe you're not as bad off as you think that you are, and you hear their stories, and you just kind of help yourself. I mean, it helps you help them.